What's going on, you guys? My name's Ty Knots and welcome to Top 5 Unknowns, 5 Strangest Mysteries of 2018. Number 5. A 47-year-old WikiLeaks associate went missing in mid-August of 2018. The journalist was stationed in Norway at the time and was working on assisting other members of the press with keeping their documents and findings safe from the government. The journalist's belongings were found about a month later by a fisherman, with police confirming that they'd received an active phone signal from the man's cell phone just a short distance away. However, the journalist was nowhere to be found. There have been multiple theories regarding what happened to him, with authorities stating that he may have been involved in an accident, become the victim of a violent crime, or gone into hiding so as to avoid government capture. To this day, the man has still never been found and no additional leads have been made public. He remains missing, and investigators are hopeful that he's still alive and able to provide details about his disappearance whenever he's found. Number 4. Back in March, an SUV drove off of a cliff carrying 2 adults and 6 adopted children. The vehicle was determined to have been driven up to the edge of the cliff, stopped, and then rapidly accelerated over the edge. None of the occupants are found to have been wearing seatbelts, and the driver, named Jennifer Hart, was found to have been mildly intoxicated. A search soon began as multiple bodies were missing from the wreck. To this day, some reports say that 2 of the children's bodies are still missing. Police soon took to the family's home to search for answers as to why the entire family would have been in a car that day, and what would have caused an otherwise seemingly happy family to fracture in such a way. At the family's home, police found very little evidence that 6 children even lived there. Additionally, a neighbor revealed to police that one of the children had approached her home and informed her that she was being, quote, starved to death. To this day, no additional leads have been found. Police are still searching for answers as well as for the 2 missing children. Number 3. A teenage girl from Wisconsin unexpectedly went missing back in October after her parents were shot in their home. Investigators believe that the child was likely kidnapped, though this hasn't been confirmed. Police are said to have arrived at the scene of the crime within 4 minutes of it taking place. They believe the attack to have been targeted rather than simply being a crime of circumstance, though again this cannot be confirmed. Police have been reviewing multiple CCTV footages as well as dashcam video to search for any possible leads from that evening. Investigators say that they feel almost certain that the girl is still alive, though they have virtually no leads as to where she may be or who would have committed such a crime. To this day, the child remains missing and police are still searching for answers. Number 2. In mid and late August of 2018, residents of Delaware and New Jersey complained of hearing mysterious music, consisting mostly of thumping bass, though they couldn't locate the source of the noise. Theories have ranged from an after-hours club to a drone, and even to the high school band, though investigators still have not located the sound. One resident states that the music became so overbearingly loud that she had to call the police to complain, believing that it was likely a neighbor throwing a party, though this obviously wasn't the case. Officers have responded to the scene of 3 different incidents of the complaint. However, not once has an officer been able to locate the sound or even hear the sound. However, residents say that the noise is absolutely debilitating. The noises are predominantly heard around a very specific area of the Delaware River. However, they've been heard multiple states away in New Jersey as well. To this day, no one has found any explanation for the sounds, and they don't seem to have recurred since October, at least not on a public level. Number 1. Earlier this year, American workers who were stationed in China began to complain that they were falling unexpectedly ill and were showing very strange yet specific symptoms. Many stated that they felt fatigued, yet they couldn't sleep. They also began to have minor cognitive issues, very similar to a series of complaints that were submitted by US workers who were stationed in Cuba near the end of 2017. The first person to report the issues was evaluated and determined to have had a mild brain injury. He was evacuated and sent back home to the US to recover. However, after just a few short months, additional workers were screened and found to have sustained a very similar injury. Many additional workers were then evacuated. The US Secretary of State believes that the health concerns were likely caused by a deliberate attack on Americans. However, no one is sure exactly who would do this and what they would stand to gain from it. The government has recognized the attacks as very specific and intentional, though they've not had a single lead as to who may be behind them. To this day, the attacks remain a complete mystery. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you liked this video, be sure to click that like button. Also, don't forget to subscribe and click that notification bell to keep updated with our videos.